All right. Hey, good afternoon. How's everyone doing? Thank you so much for being here with me today. It is always a pleasure, and I am so excited to have you join me. You are tuned in to Unpack This with your host, Gloria Bailey Ray. And as always, have an exciting show for you today. So, again, welcome to Unpack This. I am the authentic coach, and this is where we unpack the truths behind authenticity, boundaries, relationships, and leadership. With that being said, I can truly tell you this is the podcast where we don't sugarcoat the truth and we don't romanticize what I would say dysfunction. and we just don't stay silent, you guys, about what women are really experiencing. So today's conversation, the rise of women choosing peace over partnership. Let me just tell you, it's raw, and as always, it may make some people uncomfortable, but I can just truly tell you this: clarity has always been more important than comfort, if that makes sense, right? So when we think about that, uh, it's not about really making you uncomfortable, but what it is about making you aware. I hope that resonates with some of you, right? Um, and at the same time, uh, you know, today, because we are unpacking something that's happening, and it's happening all around us. And here's the real deal: women are just no longer choosing partnership at any cost. And when women are choosing peace, what can I say? Just just think about that. Women are choosing peace over partnership. So let's just start with reality. Women are evolving. They're evolving emotionally, financially, spiritually, professionally, and socially. And why do I say that? Well, women are doing therapy. Women are healing from generational trauma. Women, they're setting boundaries. Women are they're building businesses, and they're reclaiming their voices. Hmm. Women, in my opinion, are also asking deeper questions. Who am I? What do I deserve? What does partnership really mean? And here's the truth: when one group evolves rapidly, relationships must evolve also, because the old scripts, they stop working. What used to happen and what was done in the past, that narrative no longer fits today. So just let that breathe with you for a moment. Just take it all in. For generations, I think I could safely say that, for generations, women have been taught that being chosen by a partner, that was the ultimate validation. However, today, women are asking dangerous questions. They are asking things like, why should I share my life with someone Who disrupts my peace? Hmm, that's a moment there just to breathe. And in that question alone is changing everything, you guys. Let me just tell you a personal story, which was my moment of awakening. Well, there there was this season in my life when I believed that being in a relationship was proof that I was doing life right. I thought partnership meant success. And I thought compromise meant love. I thought endurance meant loyalty. And then just, I don't know, one day I took a long look at my life and I realized something that was shocking to me. I realized that I was partnered, but I was not at peace. I was connected, but I felt alone. And I was committed, but I was exhausted, you guys. And I guess I just remember asking myself a question that changed everything. And the question was, why am I working so hard to keep a relationship that's cost me my joy? That was my awakening. And I know I'm not the only woman who has had that moment. By the way, hey, you tuned in, in the comment section, let me know where you're tuned in from, right? You can also place comments there. So feel free to do so. So let me, first of all, let's talk about, uh, one bold truth. And that is that partnerships, they've been overrated. Let's let's just be honest. I'm asking you to be honest because I'm being honest, right? Partnerships, they've been romanticized. Marriage has been glorified. Um, and women, they've been gaslit into believing that suffering is part of love. Any of you out there relate to that? We were told to be patient, pray hard, lower your expectations. That's just how men are. Every relationship is hard. But here's the truth nobody really wanted to say out loud, right? And that is some relationships are not hard, they're actually harmful. I can relate to that. Some partnerships, that they're not challenging, they're draining. And some love stories, truly, they are not romantic. They are survival stories. So, guess what? Women are waking up. That's right. Women are waking up. And when women wake up, they stop negotiating with dysfunction. Just think about that for a moment. Let me say this, and I want to be really clear. A man is not a blessing if he costs you your mental health? A relationship is not successful if you have to lose yourself to keep it. Ladies, are you listening? And partnership is not love, and peace is not present. So, why are women choosing peace over partnership? Simple. They're tired. That's it. They're tired of being the emotional manager. They're tired of being the relationship therapist. They're tired of being the peacekeeper. Tired of carrying the emotional weight of two people. Women are asking, why am I doing emotional labor for someone who refuses emotional growth? That right there is a time for you to just take a moment and to pause. Because that is the question. You're doing the work for two people. And as you and I both know, it never works. It just doesn't. And see, women are realizing that being single with peace is better than being partnered with chaos. I say that again. Think about that. And I'll say it again slowly. Being single with peace is better than being partnered with chaos. Just breathe. I said it was heavy. I said that it may make you uncomfortable. But I just want you to know that a lot of times choosing peace over partnership opens up a whole nother world for you. And that sentence alone, it has basically shaken the foundations of traditional relationships as, I guess, as we have known it, or many of us have come to know it. But let me tell you um, about something with me. The cost, this is personal, the cost of staying in these type of relationships. There was another moment in my life where uh, I was in a relationship and it looked good on paper. And literally from the outside, people thought that Gloria has it all together. But behind closed doors, what they didn't know was that I was always constantly explaining my worth. I was always defending my boundaries, always taking a back seat to the drugs he used. That's right. And justifying why I deserved just basic respect. And one day, I just heard my own voice saying, maybe I'm asking for too much. Really? For me, that was the moment that I realized how dangerous partnerships without peace can be. Because let me say this, when you stay too long in misaligned relationships, you don't just lose the relationship, you lose your voice, you lose your confidence, you lose your intuition. And I promised myself that particular day that I will never, ever again choose partnership over my peace. Now, here is, for those of you that are listening, hearing this, and here's a bold truth. See, women, they're not afraid of love, not at all. But I just need to address the critics, some of the people who are out there. And some people say that women are too independent. Women don't want relationships anymore. Women are afraid of commitment. That's the farthest thing from the truth. It's just not true. Women, we're not afraid of love, but women are afraid of repeating emotional trauma. And that part right there, that's real. Women aren't anti relationship, they are anti disrespect. And women, we're not difficult, we're just discerning. And discernment is not bitterness, simply wisdom. It's wisdom, y'all. So here's maybe a controversial statement, I guess you could say. But the controversial real truth is that women are not leaving men. So let's be clear. They are leaving emotional immaturity. Hopefully that makes sense. That should resonate with all of us, right? You don't need to raise a man, right? You don't need to set yourself on fire to keep a man. Women are leaving these unequal partnerships. They're leaving relationships where they are loved only when they are convenient. And society doesn't know what to do with women who refuse to settle, right? Well, guess what? Let's take a moment and just pause here and think about this. I don't want you to think about your life. And I'm not talking about not your Instagram life, not your public life, but I want you to think about your real life, right? That means unpacking, getting in there, your real life. Ask yourself this: do I feel emotionally safe in my relationship? Do I feel heard? Do I feel valued? Do I feel like myself? Or do I feel like I'm constantly performing to be loved. There's difference. Think about that. So, and when I guess asking that, here's the question that, in my opinion, that changes everything. If peace were guaranteed, would I still choose this partnership? Hmm. Sit with that, because sometimes the answer is the truth that we've been avoiding. And you know that old saying, the truth hurts? But guess what? There's growth in that too. Women are raising their standards. That's the bold truth. Women are no longer begging to be chosen. What women are doing is they're choosing emotional intelligence. Women are choosing accountability. They're choosing reciprocity. They're choosing peace. And this is why the dating landscape feels different, right? Because the modern woman is not asking, will he choose me? Now get this, you guys. She is asking, does he deserve access to my life? You see the difference? You flip that narrative. You're not waiting to be chosen, but what you are now doing is you're more discerning, and you're asking, does he deserve access to me, to my life? That's real. That's real. That shift in itself is revolutionary, and it's irreversible. Women, stand up. So think about this for a moment. You don't lose a good woman. You lose access to her peace. You don't miss her presence. You miss her energy. And you don't regret her absence until you realize this. She was the peace that you never protected. That's real. That's real. So when we talk about choosing peace over partnership, if you are a woman who has chosen peace over partnership, allow me to say this to you. You are not broken. Far from it. You are not cold. And you are not impossible to love. What you are is that you are awake. And when you're awake, When we think about awakening, awakening always disrupts unhealthy systems. That's a or aha, right? Choosing peace does not mean that you're giving up on love. Not at all. It means you are redefining it, because love that costs your peace, that's not love, ladies. It's a lesson, right? It's a lesson. Today, we unpacked why choosing peace over partnership. Because I want to say this, if you're feeling the shift, trust that you're not breaking, but you're becoming more self-led. And if you're feeling stretched right now, it really and truly is not because you feel like that you've lost. It's because you're expanding, right? You have to remember that authenticity it isn't just who you are, but it's how you lead. It's how you lead. I see the comments. Thank you so much. I love that. Yes, absolutely. A breath of fresh air. I so appreciate that. You are so right. Okay. Um, but if you are authentic, and you guys know authenticity is my superpower, it should be yours. But authenticity is not just who you are, it's literally how you lead. And if this resonated with you, I'm going to ask that you follow the show, share it with the woman who's ready to rise fully, right? um, because we are in the season of this is a woman's series that I'm focused on. And I want to encourage you that until next time, keep unpacking. And remember this, the right partnership will never require you to abandon your peace. Never, never. I am Gloria Bailey Ray, the authentic coach, and you have been tuned in and listening to Unpack This, which is also available on all of your favorite podcast platforms, right? So check us out. Every Friday, a new episode drops. And until this time next week, I bid you peace, blessings, and to go forward, trusting and believing and knowing that you have made the ultimate decision. And that decision is you're choosing, again, you are choosing peace over partnership. So share this podcast. Be sure and follow me on all my social media platforms. And I bid you peace, love, and a lot of joy. Be well.